U.S. officials identified the victim as 37-year-old Renee Good, a U.S. citizen. City leaders say she was a legal observer of federal actions in the city and was not a target for an ICE-related arrest. And we're now learning more about the ICE officer who fired the fatal shot. Officials identified him as Jonathan Ross. Court records show he started working with ICE in Minnesota back in 2017. As CBS News chief correspondent Matt Gutman is live in Minneapolis right now. So Matt, what is the scene like there right now?
Okay, so hold on. Let me just put up the video of the shooting so we won't have to go into all of that. I'll read you guys off the other stuff. But let's go into the, oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Let's just look at the video right quick.
On national television.
Oh, hold on. I just want the video. Can we just get the video? Here it goes right here.
Kelsey?
Fred, we are taking a closer look at what happened in Minneapolis today that led to a 37-year-old woman getting shot by an ICE agent. Now, it all started this afternoon during an ICE-related operation. The incident was caught on camera in multiple angles. Police say this video starts with the driver blocking the...
Okay, y'all see this truck right here. Pay attention to this vehicle right here, okay? This is a female civilian trying to drive off, okay? Now, take a look.
Street, the driver is gesturing at ICE officers, and they start to approach her SUV. One agent goes to the driver's side door. You'll see him in a minute. He tries to open the door while another officer steps in front of the vehicle. She then starts to take off, appearing to turn, and then shots were fired. Take a listen. Yep, right there. She then continues to drive and she crashes seconds later. The incident is also shown from another angle. You can see the ICE officer in front of the SUV here in this video as that car accelerates, and that agent then, of course, then opens fire. That woman killed was identified by the Minnesota Star Tribune as Renee Nicole Good. The newspaper spoke with a woman who identified herself as Good's mother. The woman called Good, quote, one of the kindest people I've ever known. Now, another cell phone video shows the chaos that unfolded after the incident. Agents deploying tear gas to disperse crowds who were seen throwing snow at agents. DHS officers are defending the agents, saying the driver weaponized her vehicle by accelerating, and the officer feared for his life. But the mayor of Minneapolis saying that it was the agent's fault. Take a listen.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. A woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is
Now, tonight, protests are breaking out in Minneapolis with hundreds of people protesting the ICE agents' actions. There's also protests breaking out in New York City as well as New Orleans. Fred.
Kelsey, thank you.
Okay, so New York City and New Orleans and Minneapolis is having a whole, I want to go back to the video, having riots and stuff. All right, so let's take a look at this video. Now, I didn't see the other angle until today. She said, yes, the mayor told ISIS to get the F out of the city or get the F out of Minneapolis. Is ISIS in your city? I mean, I know they all over right now, right? They are all over, but are they in your city? Let me know in the comments if they are in your city. Let's go back to the video. I want to put it on mute, and I just want us to watch for a second, okay? I want us to watch to see. Now, President Trump has already came out and said that it was a straight act of self-defense, you know, clear act of self-defense. So he said that he will not be allowing them to charge the agent for any crime, okay? All right, but I want us to look again, and I want us to kind of slow this down a little bit. Well, I'll be slowing it down. But all right, so let's go back to before the ICE agents even pulled up or they're getting out the vehicle or something like that, right? So now this is her vehicle. She's kind of blocking the road a little bit. It is snowy outside, as we can see, right? So again, she's going to gesture something out the window. Let's go back a little bit. She's going to gesture something out the window. Her hand. Oh, I think she just let that car by. right? Or she's telling them to go by. So they get out the vehicle. They go up to her. I don't know what they're saying to her, if anything. So it looked like this guy is telling the other guy to go around, okay? It looked like he's suggesting, he's gesturing the other guy to go around, right? So he walks up to her car and he pulls on the door handle. So she backs up and tries to drive off, okay? And we already see this guy right here. You see that guy? He's already grabbing for his weapon. Now, I don't know, you guys. Could he have could he have dashed out of the way? I don't know. But he's already grabbing toward his weapon, right? Let's go back. He's grabbing toward his weapon. He's in the front of her car. She takes a slight advance forward, and he has the gun in his hand at this point. He just snatched it from his holster, right? Then he aims it straight to her window and fires, striking her DEAD. Striking her DEAD to where she crashes into another vehicle. Why? Well, because she's gone. Because she's been hit. Here he goes right here to see if what he did worked, right? To see if he secured the target, okay? Again, she drives off and he shoots multiple shells, gunshots into the car. This is crazy to me. Now they're going to show another angle. That angle, that was the first time I saw it. Let's go to the other angle. First of all, what do y'all think down there so far? And we're going to go to this other angle right quick. She said, was her babies in the car? I'm not sure if her babies was. Well, you know what? I got the story. Hold on one second. This is what it says. All right. This is what it says. Let's go to it. So who was involved? A 37-year-old. Let's put this picture up right quick to see who all was involved. Let's go. All right. So you have 37-year-old woman named Renee Good, and you have Jonathan Ross. It doesn't say how old he is, but the agent name is Jonathan Ross. All right. Now, Renee Good, she was a U.S. citizen and mother of 3. Okay. A U.S. citizen, mother of 3. The ICE agents who fired was Jonathan. He is a longtime ICE enforcement or removal operation agent. So he's been on the force for 10 years. 10 years. Okay. Now on January the 7th, which was just yesterday, federal ICE agents, they were conducting enforcement operation in Minneapolis, which is part of what DHS calls a large immigration crackdown. They're trying to get all the immigrants that's illegally here out of the US, right? So Renee was driving her vehicle, which was a Honda Pilot, and ended up stopping across a Minneapolis street. The agents approached her. There were conflict orders shouted out at her. Okay, we didn't hear what the orders were, but it was conflicting. All right. And at some point, an agent fired 3 shots into her window, unaliving her. So apparently people on the scene said that there was conflicting orders shot at her. You know, sometimes they may say, stop, get out of the way, move forward. We don't know what those orders were, right? But we do know that witnesses say that they were shouting conflicting orders at her, right? So she starts to drive off. Agent Jonathan Ross pulls out his weapon and he fires 3 shots into the vehicle, unaliving her. All right. Now it says that it says there's conflicting accounts of the incident. Now, this is what the federal government narrative is. All right. The DHS, which is Homeland Security and ICE, says Renee weaponized her vehicle. They claim she attempted to run over the officer, forcing him to shoot her in self-defense. They have called her actions an act of domestic terrorism. Okay. So they are labeling Renee Good now as a domestic terrorist. Now, the Vice President, J.D. Vance, publicly defended the officers and echoed claims that Renee tried to attack the law enforcement. Okay? Now, the local officials and the eyewitness accounts are much different. All right? So the Minneapolis mayor, Jason Fry, he rejected the federal narrative as bullshit and has demanded that ISIS get the F out of his city. Okay? All right, hold on one second. Oh, he hung up. Oh, I think I may have hung up. Hold on, my bad. So anyway, the mayor said it's BS and he want them gone. Get out of my city. All right, Governor Tim Walz has also criticized the DHS version and called for transparency inquiry. Multiple witnesses that was there, the bystanders, they showed the vehicle wasn't clearly moving toward the agent when shots were fired. And an expert says that the use of deadly force wasn't consistent with accepted police tactics, okay? That it wasn't consistent, all right? Now, it says that Renee had just dropped off her 6-year-old child at school before the encounter. Sounds a little familiar, doesn't it? Just dropped off her baby at school. We've heard those words so much for the last, I don't know, couple of months or so. But anyway, it says that Renee had just dropped off her baby at school, 6 years old, right before this encounter. It says friends and family described her as kind, loving, and non-affiliate with any type of protest or violence. Her death was sparked vigils, gathers, and protests in Minneapolis with chants like, say her name, Renee Good, okay? So basically, it looks like she's getting the community support against the police support, all right? And the government support. But the community is definitely standing in the gaps for her, all right? So now the FBI is involved now. They are leading the investigation. And the Minneapolis Bureau of Criminal Apprehension has been blocked from accessing any evidence by the FBI, okay? Raising questions about jurisdiction and accountability, all right? So it looks like they're saying that the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension have been blocked. So they're saying that they ain't letting them in. They ain't letting them do their job, okay? So experts point out that the federal officers do not have blanket immunity, and they can be prosecuted if their action falls outside of their scope of duty, okay? So right now, this is a major issue across many states in America. ISIS has been deployed to multiple states, probably majority states, all right? And not only have they been deployed, but they have been locking up U.S. citizens. That's not immigrants, okay? So now, with that being said, the use of force standards, questions about whether deadly force was justified in this situation right here. This will be a concern. Was deadly force justified? It was caught on camera. The president and the vice president has already came out and spoke against it. But the locals and the mayor and the governors, they are pissed. And the community, they are pissed. Again, I want to show this other side, though. Let's take this down for a second. Let's put up this one. Now, let's look at this one from this angle, right? Let's go back just a tad bit. Okay, now let's look at it from the other angle. This is the other angle. It looks kind of far off, but let me see, because it actually looks like, hold on. Oh, she hits him. Okay, hold on. Let me do this in slow motion, because it actually looks like she actually hit him. Whether she intended to or not, it looks like he's hit, but let's just see. Oh yeah, she hit him. Oh, I think I sped it up the wrong way though. I think I'm supposed to speed it down. Hold on. Oh yeah. Let's go this way. Okay. Let's go back. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, she hits him. That's what it looks like to me. She hits him. Let me do it one more time. She's driving. Boom. Let me do it one more time. I just want to make sure it looks like she hit him to me. Now, what I can't see is if she hit him before he fired, or did he fire, which caused her to hit him. That I don't know, because let me see one more time. Let me see. Here, let's go back to this angle over here. Slow it down. He gets in front of her. He's standing. He pulls his gun out before she even advanced forward, okay? He pulls his gun out before she advanced forward. So it looks like he landed the shots in there. And because it looks like she's turning the wheel to try to get out of his way from this angle, right? Are y'all seeing the same thing I'm seeing? It looks like she's turning her wheel to get to avoid him. But it looks like, look at the fire shot. It looks like, oh, it's kind of hard to tell. She's driving off and he fires. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, y'all. I think she hit him. Let's go back. See, I don't think that everybody saw the second part of the video right here. I don't think they saw this part. Oh yeah, she hits him. Y'all. She hits him. Now, again, whether or not, she said CNN showed it too. Let's go to CNN, because whether or not, I mean, she was fleeing, and that is against the law. Invading, the police, period, is against the law. Let's look at the version on CNN. They're a little bit more reliable. So let's go to that one. CNN. Let's look at their version. You know what I would love to see? I would love to see an aerial version. Is this it? Is this an aerial version? I think this might be an aerial version. Let's just see. Dang, they in there deep. They are in here. They are out there deep. And then they got a witness over here. Let's listen right quick. Let's see what they're saying. But I want to see the aerial version first. Hold on. She said he walked off like nothing happened. Yeah, but she was fleeing, and that's a big no-no. You shouldn't do that. But at the same time, I don't know if it was justified, but it does look like with the other side angle that she was fleeing. Okay, here it goes. Video shows. All right, let's look at this one.
This authorized the National Guard to be state.
Hold on. Oh, excuse me. Playback speed normal. All right, here we go.
Staged and ready in case they're needed.
And while they are being staged, it's important to note you will not see guard members on the street unless the governor later deploys them. The governor also mobilized 85 members of the State Patrol to help with local law enforcement. Here's what else is happening this afternoon. A memorial is growing in the neighborhood where 37-year-old Renee Good was killed yesterday. Protests continue and more are planned for the evening and the days ahead. Minnesota leaders continue to call for ICE to get out of Minneapolis. And we do know ICE activity is underway as their immigration operation continues today. Meanwhile, leaders in Washington.
All right, I thought they was about to show the shooting. It's not on that one. Hold on, y'all.
So our contributor and former FBI agent Richard Frankel joins me now as we're learning more about this shooting. Rich, Minnesota investigators say they have now been barred from taking part in the investigation into this. We know that the FBI is leading the investigation. What are your thoughts?
I'm actually a little surprised by that. Not the fact that the FBI is leading the investigation. We've done many of these investigations in the past. I did them when FBI and other DOJ agencies were involved in the shootings. So we would do internal or shooting investigations. But also, whenever our agents were involved in shootings, NYPD was involved. The New York State AG might be involved. The fact that the FBI and the feds are investigating this does not bar a local state agency or prosecutor's office from doing their own investigation. They may not have the same access to the ICE agent to interview and to get some of the forensic information, but they can definitely, using videos, using witnesses, through subpoena power, they can do an investigation. So again, I'm a little bit surprised how the local authorities have stepped off this investigation.
So investigators they're going to go through all the video evidence that is now coming out, including all the different angles that we've seen of this shooting. I do want to show some viewpoints here and get your reaction, but I also want to warn viewers that this can be a bit disturbing. So let's go ahead and start with the first video.
No.
Okay, now I want to show you a different angle, which the administration says clearly shows that the woman was hitting the agent.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now here's some of that video slowed down. Richard, what do you see?
So I see that actually there's a first agent who goes up to the car and puts his hand on the vehicle, and is telling her either to stop or to get out. And I forget what he actually says, but you can see he's touching the vehicle, and then the vehicle starts moving while he is touching it. And then the second agent is the one that pulls his weapon out. He's standing a little bit in front of the vehicle, and the vehicle is coming at him, and then veers off a little to the right once the shooting begins. So that the agent who is involved in the shooting, he actually pulls his gun out.
Sure did.
When she starts to move the vehicle.
Sure did. So he pulled his gun out before she advanced forward. That's what I see.
And that other agent is holding on. Now, there's going to be a lot of review of what we've just seen and a lot of discussions with the ICE agents. But what was that agent thinking, both subjectively and objectively, at that time when the driver started to drive away? When you had a agent holding onto the car and could have been dragged, and also the car was coming at him. Did that agent have time to jump out of the way so that he would not be struck?
He did. From the first video we saw, it absolutely looked like he had time to move out of the way. Who stays there when you see a car moving towards you, right? Like he could have had time to move out of the way.
Did that agent see that other agent was being pulled, and that's why he fired the weapon? Because he's allowed to not only protect himself but protect other agents? Or was there something else going on in his mind? And it's really going to come down to those milliseconds or seconds of what happened immediately before the shooting and what happened during the shooting. And then the final thing I'll say, and I've only heard things about this on other newscasts, is that the agent who was involved in the shooting, the actual shooting agent, he might have been involved in another case where somebody was dragged and injured. And if that...
And that's the type of things that they're going to have to investigate. if this agent is already involved in something like this anyway, then this is a behavior thing, right? This is a pattern of him. This is what he does. Now, you know, I mean, it's interesting to hear that.
That's, in fact, something that happened to him. That also goes to his state of mind as to why he would react the way he did in the amount of time that he had to react. So all that's going to go into the assessment that's going to be made as to whether this agent acted within the scope of his duties, was able, was basically protecting himself or other agents from serious physical harm or death.
Got it. Richard Frankel, appreciate you just going through the video and giving us more perspective from your experience. Thank you.
I don't know. You know, the thing about it is, I mean, it looks bad, right? And for her to be an American, right? Like, this is ISIS. They supposed to be, cleaning up the immigration problem that they say we have here in the United States. Why are you targeting just any old body? Because that's what it seems like what's going on. It just seems like a lot of people are being targeted that should not be. And, and I'm not even really trying to get into this political back and forth pity party or whatever. But I mean, what the hell is going on, y'all? What are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts? This is absolutely crazy. Now, what I'm hearing is they have raised over $500,000 for her, her family right now, because a lot of people are outraged. A lot. Everybody's not buying this. I want to go back for a moment, and I want to hear one of the eyewitnesses. I want to hear what she had to say.
Witness of the shooting speaking out tonight. Her name is Emily Heller. She lives on the street where the shooting happened.
And she filmed video that we have here just now to share with you out front. It shows the chaos immediately after Renee Nicole Good was shot and killed by that ICE agent in Minneapolis hours ago. We're going to play it for you. I do want to warn you that it is graphic.
Go check a pull. Now. I'm a physician. Hey, listen. We got the MS coming. I get it. Just give us a second. We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where? How can I relate to you? Killed my neighbor. You caught my face. You killed my neighbor. How do you show up to work every day? How do you do this every day? You're killing my neighbors. You're stealing my neighbors. What the man?
Emily Heller is out front now, who you heard there and filmed that in that horrifically traumatic moment. So Emily, I know you live there. This is your street. This is your home. And you're inside your house. You hear all of this commotion. Everything is starting to happen. Okay, can you tell me what happened then? You hear everything. You come outside, and then what?
I hadn't even gotten dressed. I was making breakfast. I went out, I heard the commotion. I heard whistles, which is a common sign of ICE is near.
First of all, why are they doing this in people's neighborhoods? Can you imagine waking up and getting ready to drink you a cup of coffee, and you look out the window and ICE agents are in your neighborhood? Can you imagine that? Think about that for a moment. Think about you waking up tomorrow morning and there's ICE agents all in your neighborhood and with guns and uniforms on, all in your neighborhood. This is America. Like, what the hell is going on?
By and I went out onto my front porch. I didn't even have shoes on, and within the 60 seconds, everything had already gone down. But there was an ICE convoy that seemed to be stuck, and then there was a protester who was blocking traffic, so they couldn't progress. And she was totally
okay. So she was a protester. So she was blocking people from passing. Okay, so she was a protester, preventing them from driving through her neighborhood.
And she was totally peaceful, and ICE, it seemed completely unorganized. They didn't really know what they were doing. They were screaming at her to move. And then they approached her vehicle aggressively and tried to open her door. And then that's when she got spooked, and she reversed her vehicle to turn her wheels to try to escape. And that's when an ICE agent stepped in front of her vehicle and said, "Stop." And then, I mean, she was already moving, and then point blank shot her through her windshield in the face.
I can't imagine what it was to see that, Emily. The way that you are laying this out, though, I just want to repeat and make sure that I'm clear, and please correct me if I say anything wrong. You're saying that what you saw was disorganized ICE, but then when they tried to get her to stop, she got spooked. She reversed her car to turn her wheels to get away, and that was when the officer stepped in front.
They were telling her to leave. They were telling her to move, and then all of a sudden they were seemed like they were trying to get her. So they were telling her to move, and then in a split second they were saying they were trying to get her out of the car. So it was like she was trying to move. Once they were trying to get in her car, she was of course she wanted to leave at that point. They were extremely aggressive. Yeah,
she would have been scared, obviously. President Trump, as you know, posted a video saying that it's lucky the ICE agent was alive. And I just want to be clear, the ICE agent is walking afterwards, and we know that from anything that he had in the hospital, he's fine and he's out. But President Trump posted.
Stood there.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you're going to say about what he did afterwards.
Oh, he just stood there. The other ICE agents surrounded him. He was obviously spooked too. I mean, they seem like children. They seem like untrained people. And so that agent was obviously spooked because he had just killed someone, and it was very obvious to everyone who.
That's him. That's him.
Had witnessed it all, that she would not make it. And so they kind of.
I just wonder how they feel though. You literally just shot and killed an American, and then it's just nothing, right? I just wonder how they feel.
Gathered around him, and then there was a gold SUV that came, and they put him in it and got him out of there because everyone knew he had murdered someone.
Damn.
So President Trump says the woman was disorder, obstructing, and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense. He shared a video of the incident from a different angle. What's your response to that version of events?
I mean, that's the only reason why I'm here. I don't think I'm the most articulate person. I don't think that I don't want to be here, but I knew that this would be twisted and it would be self-defense, and that's absolutely not what happened. But it's just my life is forever changed from having witnessed this, and I just can't let this narrative that it was self-defense go any further, because it's absolutely not what it was. And my neighborhood, my neighbors, we're all going to be pretty traumatized from this for a long time.
When in that video that you shared with us that I just played, the 34 seconds, you're obviously incredibly distraught, and there's a doctor next to you or near you. We can, hear him saying, I'm a physician, I can help. And they say, no, we have our own medics. But the doctor is there offering to administer CPR, standing right there. I don't want you to have to relive what you were looking at when the horror of her death. But how did agents respond to him? Was there a speed and a desperation in trying to get any sort of assistance to her? Because it didn't sound like that from what you gave us.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him near, and they said they had their own medics that were on their way, which it was, I mean, I don't know. It was at least 15 minutes before the.
But I'm sitting up here wondering, like, did they not care if anybody else got hurt? Because her vehicle, because he shot her 3 times or shot in the vehicle 3 times, disabling her, right? And she ended up running into another vehicle that ran into another vehicle. So now you're not only trying to stop this lady from fleeing, but she could have caused injuries or death to someone else. And like, damn, they didn't think about that.
The ambulance arrived, and then the ambulance couldn't even get through because the ICE agents had all abandoned their vehicles in the road. So the ambulance couldn't get through. So they parked at the end of the block, and about 5 paramedics came in and examined her for, I didn't see this, but they were with her for a few minutes, and then they carried her limp body away by her limbs, not even on a stretcher. Just carried her down to the end of the block where they could get a stretcher, because they couldn't get through with their ambulance.
Emily, I appreciate your talking about this. I know it has to be incredibly difficult, and I think everyone understands why you're choosing to do it, to make sure people understand exactly what it is that you saw and documented, and I appreciate your being willing to do it.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Joey, you heard what Emily had to say, and you know, she said, I don't want to be here, but I'm here because I want everyone to know what I saw, and she's very clear about what she saw.
Listen, it's got to be a very traumatic experience. What I'm concerned about, though, is the nature of the investigation. Let's be clear that there are going to be, of course, local officials investigating this, Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, in addition to the federal government. In the event that there's anything federal here, of course, then Trump would have the power to pardon. We're not there yet. There's not been a prosecution. There's not been an indictment. There's not been a criminal charge levied. However, in the event that it goes that way, I think it's very important that the community gets a sense of fairness, a sense of justice. And in the event that it is federal, of course, there would be, according to Trump and what he put out already, he's judged that there's nothing to see here. And so the local...
Which means if it goes federal, right, then he's going to pardon the guy. Nothing's going to happen to the guy if they do an investigation and find out that he was wrong. And on the federal level, Trump is going to pardon him. He's already said it was point blank, clear self-defense.
Schools get it. What will they do? Will they move forward? And if they move forward, what will that look like? Would it look like a, actual prosecution? And what would be the prosecution here? Criminal negligence, intent? We'll see.
Gil, I'm curious too. Emily was talking about, there's that physician. And I understand that in the moment like this, right, the most important thing about this country is a country of rules and laws. And if they're not upheld in one horrific part of something, doesn't mean that they should also be dropped in another. In that context, even with that said, though, when the physician says, I can help, and he's right there, and maybe at that point it appears to everybody she's dead, but to take 15 minutes for someone to get there and to not allow someone who might be able to administer CPR, that just on a human level, that's really hard to hear.
But I thought all officers, including ISIS, is trained to do CPR, or, you know what I'm saying, to involve themselves in some type of way to stop the bleeding, to save the life. Like, you know what I'm saying, why they weren't over there. Why even have to wait for the ambulance when, law enforcement, they're a part of their training.
Well, if you do have paramedics that are trained, and I believe ICE and CBP, Customs and Border Protection, has people that are trained, and they're right there, that can be a help. I think you're always going to be, as a law enforcement officer, maybe a little suspicious of the person that said, wait, I'm a doctor, I'm a physician, I can help, etc. I mean, I think they could have been handled much better. But if they did have the paramedics there immediately on scene, they're going to give her treatment.
Right. Of course, they said it was 15 minutes, but the trauma there that you heard, the trauma.
Yeah, I mean, that's what struck me. There's two things that struck me. First of all, just how horrific to witness this on your street, right? And then the second thing is her characterization of the behavior of the ICE agents, the lack of training, the disorganization, the way that they were talking to her, giving her contradicting, advice. So I think there's a lot to unpack here.
This is crazy, y'all. And it's just, this is not normal. This should not be normal. This should not be normal that we have law enforcement deployed to our states and for the purpose of cleaning up immigrations, and they are arresting, harming, and unaliving American citizens. This is absolutely insane to me. I was talking to Jay about it, and he was like, ISIS is here, telling me that ISIS was here. I guess he means Houston. I have not seen any. Has anybody encountered ISIS, have had a run-in with ISIS, have a friend, family members that have had a run-in with ISIS? Because what I'm hearing is they're not just targeting immigrants, they're targeting anyone. And even if you are an American, I heard that they were actually kind of locking you up. There's like this cage. Let me see if I can pull that up and let you see where they're being held at. I think it's called, it's like cage or something. Hold on. Give me a second. I want to show you what it looks like. Has anybody down in the comments have experienced them yet, or have a friend or a relative, neighbor that have experienced them? So I guess they have different places in Minnesota. Okay, it says this is, so they're actually being held. Hold on, let me see. Let's go back to it. It says the detainees are being held. Well, they list several different places. Actually, this looked like, this actually looked like the county jail. I've actually heard that they was holding them in cages, but I guess it's for different states, because this one right here looked like a regular jail. This one doesn't look like, yeah, this is a regular jail. It looks like a, yeah, it says Freeborn County Jail, Pearland Detention Center, La Salle Ice. Oh, this, okay, let's look at this one. Oh yeah, this don't look like no cage to me. It doesn't look like a cage, but somebody was saying that it was holding them in cage. She said, seemed like plenty of times they are not even treating them like human beings at all. It's ICE, not ISIS. Okay, ICE, sorry, you're right, because ISIS is in a whole nother country. It's not ISIS, you're right, it is ICE. It sounds too much like ISIS though, right? But you're right, it's ICE. She said they're not even treating them like humans. They shot 2 more people today in Minnesota. Damn, this is crazy though. Y'all, this is not something that we should be seeing. We should not be seeing videos like this. We should not be, and then finding out that they're not even the targets. These people that's been unalive are not even the ones that they're trying to track down on. It's just like, it's becoming a mess. And how long they're going to be out here? How long they're going to have them deployed? Is this about to be an ongoing thing? This just doesn't even look normal. Seeing, you know, SUVs, not SUVs, but Humvees.
Continuing to track.
Seeing Humvees going down the streets in the neighborhoods that's absolutely crazy. These are images from war. Like what you would see if you was either at a training or you was in a foreign country. This is not something that you would expect to see in your city or your state. I would not expect to see, let me put this up. I would not expect to see this in my neighborhood. Hold on. Who wakes up and expects to see that in your neighborhood? A big old Humvee with armed men, armed people, officers hanging out the top. You know what I'm saying? Weapons hanging out the window. Would you really? I mean, this is crazy to me. Crazy to me. Now they got riots going on. That's in some cities that don't even have anything to do with Minneapolis. But people are outraged. People are mad. How long is this going to go on? This is absolutely crazy. And let's look at this picture of the crash again, right? When they crashed this vehicle, they literally crashed it in front of someone's house. Let's look at this for a second. This crashes right in front of somebody's house. No regards. This vehicle, these 2 vehicles was hit, right? Because of this vehicle, because this lady was deceased or shot. It could have crashed into this house or even this house. It could have harmed more people. Just don't understand how this was safe, how it was thought about. I don't get it. And I do believe this man could have moved out the way. What do y'all think? She said they go into the restaurants, stay on the highways with the police and construction sites. They be in restaurants? In New Orleans, my brother's neighbor was running for her life. Well, did she survive? Damn. History is just repeating itself with another race of people other than slaves. Now, let me just say this. I do believe that we do have, and I don't want to get into no political. I may be only talking about this thing one time, right? But I do believe we have an immigration problem, okay? We do. There is a lot of immigrants here and they are here illegal. So I understand that, right? And I understand the need to clean them up. I understand that too. But for a U.S. citizen to be targeted, right? For a U.S. citizen to be gunned down in her own neighborhood, to me, that is crazy. You know, I could see him banging on the hood, right? Even shooting out her tires. Now I hope I don't sound like them people trying to say self-defense is not justified. I do believe in self-defense, right? But I do not believe that she was trying to run him over. It even looks like she was turning her wheel in to the right, right? So to deem her a terrorist when she was just trying to get away, she was trying to flee, which is it's against the law to flee. But I do not believe that, they handled it the correct way. I do not believe they handled this the correct way. But, what do y'all think? She said, get out and vote in midterms to impeach Trump. I don't think that they're going to impeach Trump. Why do I say that? Hell, Trump got how many felonies and nothing happened to him? Impeaching him ain't going to do nothing but help him carry out the remaining of his 3 years. I just don't think that people are fazed about what happens. You know what I'm saying? I think Trump ain't going nowhere until the end of his, not 3 years. Yeah, not 3 years. 3 years. I don't think he's going nowhere. They even at the Uber and Lyft waiting spot, picking them up based on them not speaking clear English. They think they're illegal. So they're at the Uber and Lyft stations or the waiting spot, and they're picking up people straight from there based on their inability to speak English. Wow. She said they arrested some USCs in Chicago, rated Hispanic and African Americans. That is absolutely crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy to me. You would think that we would have a better way of doing this instead of just going inside these neighborhoods. And how do they know which neighborhoods to go into? She said, more immigrants documented or not working paid into our SSI and can never get anything out of it. Some of them don't, though. Super Leo, I understand what you're saying, but some of them do not. Some of them work under the table and they don't even pay taxes. A lot of them actually do. They work up under the table, they don't pay taxes, and they send their money back to their country. And I think that the government is upset about that, but it's been going on for so long. She said, yeah, ISIS was out of control here until they were ran out of here. So let me ask you something, X7. How long do they stay? How long are they there for? Do they commit to a month, 2, 3, 6? How long are they there? She said, I wonder how they pick the neighborhoods. Yeah, I don't know how they pick the neighborhoods. That would be interesting to find out. She said they came to New York City with that shit and it was a riot. New York City got them the hell out of Dodge. She said Barack Obama has the record for deporting the most illegal immigrants. I wonder how he moved all of them. We didn't see ISIS in the streets. Exactly. So if he has a record of deporting most immigrants, right? Illegal immigrants, then exactly how was he able to do it without having armed guards riding through people's neighborhood, harassing them, snatching them up, right? And shooting innocent people or Americans? How was he able to do it without causing all this bull crap? She said these agents are committing straight murder. And that's crazy. That's crazy to even think that we in America may be a target one day by another American. We may become a target. She said they ran their asses out. Do anybody know about how long they stay? Oh, she said like 2 months. So 60 days, they come and wreak havoc in your neighborhoods, and then they leave the whole state. She said Trump is scared of the midterms and was being Republicans to get out and vote, saying they're going to impeach him. Obama just went to their houses and picked them up and put them on a flight. Did he really do that? Did he say, I'm here to get you. I'm here to send you home and just put them on a flight? That's crazy how they're handling things. She said, I heard the Haitians ran them out too. Oh, they did? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, y'all, but this just don't look good to me. It doesn't look good to me. I've never been approached, but you know, how do you know that you or one of your loved ones or your neighbors, relatives, co-workers won't be approached? How do we know that? How do we know that that won't happen to somebody that we know or love? She said they didn't even touch some streets in the hood, but they came to Inglewood and got ran out because the football and basketball arenas. Yeah, I mean, I wonder, will they go into the hood with this? You know what I'm saying? I wonder, will they take their convoy and go through the woods, you know? She said, no more, they just move to the next city. They don't even leave the state. Oh, they just go to another city within the state. Okay. You know, I don't know, y'all. This is kind of scary to me, to be right here in America. It is. It's kind of scary, you know? But I mean, I don't know, you know, I wish I knew like how they pick and choose their neighborhoods. Or is it just random? Let's go down this street. Let's go down this street. Oh, this looks like a good street, you know? She said, I don't think that we should treat them inhumane, but they are here illegally and the U.S. has a problem. Obama deported the most immigrants. Yeah, so I agree with you, Dakota. I do understand that we have a problem. I do. And I don't think it's fair. And other countries don't run their countries when it deals with immigrants like Americans do, or America does, right? We get a lot of people that they sneak in through the border, or through the tunnel, or however they come in, and then they work here, and then they bring their friends, or you know, most of the time it's their friends, and then they work here and they send all of their money back home, right? And they don't contribute to our economy. Some of them don't. Majority of them don't. The illegal ones, majority of them do not, right? However, I mean, I know it has to be another way. I don't know the way, but I know it has to be another way. But in other countries, you know, you ain't sneaking in like that. Well, first of all, I don't think they have a border like that or whatever for you to sneak into. You know, well, I can't say that because I just read today that that Colombia, where you know Kevin is, that Venezuelans are running from there and going into Colombia, and so they have an issue going on right now at their border. You know, because how American just took over Venezuela, but you know that's a whole nother topic. It's crazy as shit, you know. She said they are now trying to target the Super Bowl in San Francisco. Target the Super Bowl? Damn. They sneak in and apply for an asylum and get working documents. Some of them do that, Nahimi. Some of them do that. They get asylum. They're saying that they was running away from something dangerous in their country, and they do. She said the problem in the U.S. draining other countries of their wealth and leaving their countries inhumane to live, and that's why immigrants are coming here. Yeah, I don't know. I think immigrants are coming here because they know the dollar is stronger, and then they know that they can work, and because they send their money right back to their country. And if you speak to them, a few of them, they don't have no plans of staying here. They only here for a short period of time to make this money, and then they bouncing, you know. But you know, I've had a few illegals to, you know, do some work for us on houses and stuff. Not here in Texas, but like when we was in North Carolina, you know, like say for instance, if you say I want to pay you in a check, and they be like, no, it needs to be cash only. And you be like, no, I want to do it in a check because I want to be able to track it. And they say, no, I can't take a check. I can only take cash. And then they'll open up to you and tell you that they don't have papers. And so because they don't have papers, they don't have a bank account. So some of them will tell you that. Now, I ain't never turned around and call nobody on them, you know. That ain't my business, right? But I have ran across people that was illegal. And if you ask them, some of them will tell you how they got over here. You know? And it'd be crazy, the things that they say. Some of them definitely risk their life to get here, literally. Like staking out sometimes somewhere for like 3 days, crawling through tunnels and shit like that or whatever. Some of them do the most. Some of them don't even make it. You know? She said they make money here and send it back to their families and they be living good. Yep. They be building houses back there. She said it takes a long time for their visas. Yep. So, I mean, I just think it needs to be a better way. I don't think that they need to be gunned down, mistreated, harmed. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any of that. I think that is inhumane, you know? She said it's hard to find work in... Where you say it's hard to find work where? These days, they no longer hang out in Home Depots for jobs. Are you saying it's hard to find work in your what? I don't know what you're saying. But anyway, she said, that's just the social worker in me talking. All humans have human rights, including human dignity. Right. The American dollar isn't that valuable as it used to be. Well, you're right about that, but it weighs more than some of these countries that they want a piece of it. She said, yeah, they walk for like 3 to 6 months just to arrive to Texas and come in. And that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. She said, why are they worried about how immigrants spend their money? When you say why they worried about how they spend their money, when you're living here and people that paying taxes here, it's just unfair to the taxpayers that immigrants get to come over here and make money and not pay into the taxes. Now, if none of us had to pay taxes, it wouldn't be a problem, right? We wouldn't have to worry about what somebody else do with their money. But when you're paying taxes to live in America, when you are American, she said they pay taxes too. Not all of them, Super Leo. Not all of them, baby. Not all of them pay taxes, honey. Not all of them pay taxes. And that's why some of them work under the table, cash only. They don't, you won't have no trace of nothing. They don't want no trace of them receiving any type of income. So, if you got a housekeeper, a painter, a lawn guy, and all you doing is paying him cash, I mean, that's a win for him, win for them. They're not paying taxes on cash money. If you receive your pay in cash every day, would you pay taxes? I wouldn't, if I can get away with it. She said, I was in Italy and they would not take the US dollar. Your money was worth more than US. And that has never happened before in my lifetime. The euro will pass the US dollar every now and again, but they kind of run neck to neck. But every now and again, the euros will weigh out more than the US dollars, but it's kind of neck to neck. She said, you got black people that work up under the table too. Yeah, you do. You do have black people. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's more than just blacks. You do have Americans that work up under the table too. You do. You do have Americans that work up under the table. She said, immigrants built this country. White folks just becoming the minority. Oh, you think that's the reason why they want the immigrants out? You think that's one of the reasons why they want them out? The dollar has been down for a long time. The ones that don't have any working documents don't pay taxes. She said, nope, the euro has always been higher, but not that much though. I don't know about always, because I know a time when it was not higher. So it was actually kind of the same neck to neck. I've been over there quite several times. Let me just say it like that. Hey, Demetrius, she said employers also get away with paying for cheap labor with illegal workers, which cuts a lot of Americans out of work. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that, And it be the ones that's in the government. Well, you know who I'm aiming at. But it be sometimes the ones in the governments that's hiring these illegal immigrants to work for cheap labor, you know, or to pay them for cheap labor. She said they work under the table because they don't have documents, and most establishments prefer cheap labor. Yes, the U.S. is getting browner. I agree with you on that. She said the white race is dying more than being born. Yeah, it is getting browner. The U.S. is getting browner. I will say that. You know, I know it was at one time. It was the Hispanic population was growing, but not just Hispanics. You know, it's a lot of mixed races, right? If people are not just staying in their own race, they're not just having babies within their own race. You know, you have people that's mixing it up. You know, they're like, hey, they want a little creamer in their coffee, you know? She said, damn, on the news, they shot 2 more people today in Portland. Yeah, somebody just said that, J. Lou. That's crazy work, though. That is crazy work. She said, my baby daddy is working under the table due to child support. He only works minimum hours on the books just to pay the child support, and his boss pays the rest in cash. Wow. Is there any way you can prove that to the child support office? I wonder, could you? She said $1 US equals $7. Not, it ain't that. It's not that bad. You where at in the euros? Nah, I doubt that. Let me look. I don't think that's the case. That's a big, huge difference. Let me look at the euro. I've never seen it like that before. Now you're gonna have me look. I've never seen a big difference like that before. See, right now it says the euro is worth about $1.17 USD. So $1 euro is worth $1.17 in America. So right now that's just a 17-cent difference. Yeah. So it's not that that's not euros. That's not euros. The $7 one. It's 17. So Europe money is 17 cents more than the US money. But $1 is not $7 in Europe. Oh, she said, I'm speaking of my country. Oh, where's your country, baby? Where is your country? So $1 US equals $7 where you are. She said, I worked under the table and getting my unemployment and got laid off from Nikes. That was about 2 years ago. Don't snitch on me. We're not going to snitch on you, girl. We ain't going to snitch on you at all. But that's crazy. So, but how do you get these jobs? Do you just go up to them and be like, look, I need to work up on the table. I ain't trying to pay no taxes or nothing. I need you to just pay me some cash, slide me a few dollars in some cash, and I'll work under the table, but you can't report me at all on no documents. I mean, how do you say it? What do you say? How do you get these under the table jobs? She said last year there was a whole natalist, how do you say that? Movement to promote white women to have more babies due to blended race taking over. Isn't that what they did when they stopped the abortion? Because they wanted more white women to have white babies. But I think they probably did that and stopped the abortion, and I don't think it helped. But, you know, let's just talk for a second, right? You know, we're just talking candidly right now. Just like somebody said the other day, and I'm going to drop the link if y'all want to have a conversation, but just like somebody said the other day, women are not having babies like that at that rate no more. People are not even getting married like that no more. Have y'all noticed that? People are not, they're not having babies, getting married, being in these long-term relationships. Maybe, I don't know, y'all. Maybe it's because Target and CVS and Walgreens and Walmart is selling roses, you know? I mean, I think that might be a problem. I don't know what y'all think. Because I don't know, we might be dying out. People are not birthing children like that anymore. She said, not to be racist, white women will lay up and have children with anyone. Now, I don't know about that. Super Leo lady. What do you mean? She said they'll lay up and have babies with anyone. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's any basis or facts to that. She said one white mixes it isn't white. That is true. When a white person have a baby by another race, then they're not considered white. You are right about that. You are right about that. She said, my son didn't get the memo. He got 6 kids. Your son didn't get the memo. He over here with 6 kids, and I'm saying they ain't having babies like that no more. She said, now more of them Mexicans and Haitians have them back to back. Oh, so wait a minute. So what you saying is, and when they have babies, if they in the U.S., don't they automatically become a U.S. citizen? I think the children automatically become U.S. citizens. So they like, shoot, we in the home of the free. Let's how you say procreate. I can't even say the damn word. Y'all know what I'm talking about though. Have sex, have babies. Procreate. I think that's how you say it. Procreate. She said women super focused on their careers. Women are super focused on their careers. Also, it is so expensive now. The man can't just take care of home alone. 2 incomes are needed. Yeah, that's true. 2 incomes are needed. She says super sounds racist to me. She says super sound racist. She said, I thought I wanted to get married again, but I have doubts now because I take good care of myself and I don't want no headaches. A lot of people are feeling that way, Sassy. A lot of people are like, I've been single this long. I'm okay. You know, I might hook up with somebody here and there, but I'm not about to commit, and I damn sure ain't about to have his baby. She said before the man would work, be able to afford the family vacation with the kids while the wife stayed at home. Can't do that anymore. Yeah, can't do that anymore. It's hard. You do need 2 incomes. I mean, I'm sure it's hard without it. She said white women are not having babies at the pace of other folks. I would have to look and see that statistic. She says no one can afford to live and have babies. She said, I'm half white on birth certificate. I'm considered white female. Oh, really? Wait a minute. Are you an American? Do you live here and you have white on your birth certificate and they consider you a white female? I didn't think they would do that. You must not be here in America, because if you're half white, well, I don't know, maybe they just do this to Black people. You must not be half white and half Black. You might be half white and half another race. But if you were half white and half Black, I think Black takes precedence. Are you in Dallas? But you know what? Wait a minute. I thought the rule was if you have a certain ounce of Black in you, you're considered Black. And it's like very, very small. It's definitely hard for one person. I'm 100% disabled and had to get me a job because that's just not enough to live off of. Wow. She said, my daddy Black as tar. And they labeled you white? Wow. Oh, he's not on my birth certificate. Oh, got you. Damn, I didn't even know that was possible. And you're labeled a white female, but your daddy Black as tar. Wow. How has that worked out for you? Like, do you get picked at or people call you out or anything because of that? Or you've never had no issues with it? Let me know. She said, I work with so many white women who pass up on motherhood to focus on their career, or their husbands are stay at home with the kids because the woman now can make more money than the man. Now, I've seen that in other races, but I've never seen a white woman working her white husband stay at home and take care of the kids. I don't know. Maybe I ain't been looking hard enough, but that just don't sound right. That don't sound like a lot of white men would stay at home and take care of the kids and let his white wife works. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that much. She said, yeah, I was picked on a lot. Damn, so sorry to hear that, Slay with Tay. So sorry to hear that. that you was picked on because of that, but I could see how they would pick on you. I'm sure you was picked on by both races, right? White and black. You ain't white. You ain't white. You know, I can hear both races saying, girl, you ain't white. You think you white. You acting like you white, but you ain't white. You know, oh my God. Your mother could never go change that? Damn, girl. It got to be a hell of a life to be a brown girl, but you're labeled white. But let me ask you something. Outside of the documents, what did you label yourself? Like, she said, I act black. Okay, I was just about to ask you that. So who did you hang out with? Okay. I was literally just about to ask you, like, who did you identify with? She said, I was watching some old dating shows the other night, LOL, and all the women careers back then were JCPenney's, Macy's, Mary Kay, working at the makeup stand at the mall. Oh yeah, that don't cut it these days. That does not cut it these days. You need more than that. She said, that's not necessarily true. I know white women with a bunch of kids. I know one with 10 and one with 12. Damn. She said, I was black, raised in Oakland, okay, Oak Cliff. Oh, raised in Oak Cliff. Oh, okay. She said, it's true or more. They are the providers. Oh, the women are the providers now? Damn. How many of you guys are providers in your home? She said, my cousin just had her first baby and she's a prosecutor. Her white husband is going to be a stay-at-home dad. Lord Jesus, are you for real? Damn. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. How many of y'all are the breadwinners in your home? She said, me. You the breadwinner, so your husband is the stay-at-home father. He take care of the kids. How does that work? Like, do you have problems with him? I mean, does he be getting their lunches ready? Like, you know, like how in the world does that happen? She said, nope, my husband is the main provider. She said, my wife is the provider and I help with when needed. Damn. She said, I'm the help. My husband and I are the providers, so y'all do it together. There's a guy on social media that stays home while his wife works. Damn. She said, nah, my husband is the breadwinner. She said, Oak Cliff is the hood. Oh. So there's several women that are the breadwinner in their home. Well, I guess. She says, but when I was working, I helped. Okay. Crazy work. Well, that's it, y'all. She said, now more, if a black man wanted to stay at home and take care of the kids, we would have a fit. Sure will be like, you deadbeat mother, you know. You a leech. All you trying to do is just use that. You using this woman. You don't love her. You using her. You know, we'll make a man feel bad, won't we? It ain't too many of us gonna let our black husbands stay at home and take care of the kids. She said, shit, I make my own money. I'm head of my household. Are you head of the household? But are you married though? Are you married? Do he know you the head of the household? Do you say that to him? She said, we both drive trucks together. Oh, okay, y'all drive trucks together. That's what's up. My best friend is the supervisor of a juvenile hall. Her husband stays home with all 6 of the kids. She said she could not do his job. Damn. Oh, you talking about you the breadwinner. Girl, you the only one. You talking about you single for life, but talking about you the breadwinner. Girl, you funny. She said, hey, Mr. Moore in chat, just heard Holly was denied. It's a witch hunt for her. It's still free Holly. Yeah, you just heard it. You must have been asleep. Yeah, Holly was denied. She was denied. And her next court date is February the 3rd. She said, I wish a ninja would. We both would be out working. Yeah, unless something is wrong. But I will say childcare is expensive, though. I will say that. But unless something is wrong with the man, if you don't have kids, now I can't see a man staying at home if you don't have kids. Oh, you know what? You right about that. He is a stay-at-home dad, and they got 9 damn children. But guess what? You cannot put them 9 kids you cannot put 9 kids in daycare. It's no way. And I know she got some older children, but it ain't no way. I don't understand why. Well, I ain't gonna say that because I know people back in the day used to have 16, 17, 20 children. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't make a lot of money, but they did have a lot of children, you know, a lot of kids. She said, childcare is a mortgage. It is. She said, well, if he broke down and can't work, I don't want him. Yeah, daycare is extremely expensive. It is high, but I don't know. Having 9 kids, though, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. Sometimes it's easier for one to stay home if you're paying childcare. But what's wrong with the woman staying at home? But I know y'all going to say women are making more money than men these days. Women are the ones that's making the bread. They're bringing home the bacon. She said, I used to want 6 children, but since I didn't get married, it was a no. You could have adopted, Glenn. You still can. Can you imagine adopting kids now? You like to travel too much. It ain't no way you can adopt some kids. She said, glad my kids grown. Me too. How many got grown kids up in here? Child, I got some grown kids. 5 of them. 5 grown kids. 5 of them. I'm glad my kids grown. Ooh-wee. Child, I wouldn't know what to do. Get hit with a $1,000 to $2,000 a month daycare bill. I'd be like, what? Yeah, no. She said, yep, my mama is the oldest of 17 from her mom, and the father has outside kids, and my grandmother worked. Wait a minute. So your mother is the oldest of 17. Oh, you said, and her mother and the father had outside kids. So wait a minute. So 17, and then he had some more kids on the outside. Damn, 17 wasn't enough. 17 was not enough. Good Lord. She said, I have a 22-year-old and an 18-year-old. Oh, yeah, you in there. You in there. She said, the more I stay home for 2 years, when my oldest daughter was born, I couldn't wait to go back to work. I know most people, you'll pull your hair out trying to stay at home and be watching over children. You know what I'm saying? That's why Peach McIntyre, she go do her content and let Wood take care of them children. You know what I'm saying? She said the daycare bill make you want to flush all them jokers. I'm glad you don't, though. I'm glad you don't. Please don't do it, girl. It's only 18 years, okay? Well, not only, you know, it don't stop at 18. Trust, it don't. It does not stop at 18. She said, I have 1 grown child. My youngest graduated in May and will be dropped off at college in August. She said, Amor, is it true? ICE just shot 2 more people in Portland. That's what was just said about a couple of people. I have not even looked at it. Let me see. You said Portland. This is crazy what they doing. Let me see. Ooh, they must have just did it like within the last couple of hours. Hold on. Let's see this one. This is crazy work, y'all. But they probably doing it because if Trump said he wasn't going to do anything about it, like, you know, at one time he said he was going to give all officers immunity.
Right now, Portland police responding to a major incident near Adventist Hospital in Southeast Portland. It's 4 o'clock. I'm Mia Villanueva.
I'm Todd Unger. Both Portland police and the city council saying 2 Portlanders were shot by federal agents earlier this afternoon. Let's go ahead and check in live now with Ariel Yacobazi. She is on the scene. Paint a picture for us, Ariel.
Hey guys, the somber feeling out here. We're outside of Medical Building 3 across the street from Adventist Hospital for those who know the area. And we're taking a look right now at what appears to be the vehicle involved. It's surrounded by both yellow and red tape. We have Portland police here on scene, again, investigating 2 people shot by federal officers. The federal agents are Customs and Border Patrol agents, as we have learned from Portland police. As you can see, a vehicle right there seems to be damaged in some way, shape, or form. 2 people are in the hospital. Their injuries are unknown at this time. People are on edge. They want to know what happened. Actually, Portland City Council, they're confirming with us right now that they have recessed their ongoing meeting because of this shooting. Here is Council President Alana Pertle-Guinea with more.
The City of Portland's response to an incident that occurred in the eastern part of our city, just a day after the shooting in Minneapolis of Renee Good. There was a shooting involving 2 Portlanders in East Portland with federal agents. We are still waiting for more details, but needed to pull counselors to get a briefing and an update so that we could ensure that we were prepared to respond. I'm sorry. News today. We are all holding.
Okay, so FBI Portland is also investigating. They released a statement on their social media saying an agent involved in that shooting happened around 2:15. We're near the 10,000 block of Main Street in Southeast Portland right now. Again, this is involving Customs and Border Patrol agents in which 2 individuals were wounded. This is an active and ongoing investigation. That's according to the
So it don't look
FBI
like they're dead.
Portland field office. We also have Portland police on scene. We're still waiting to hear from a spokesperson with Portland police at this time. But again, 2 people have been shot by Customs and Border Patrol agents here in Southeast Portland. We're continuing to learn more, and we'll bring you the very latest updates in just a few minutes. But Mia Todd, I'll send it back to you in studio.
Now, Customs, Border, and Control, that's different than ICE, right? I think that might be different than ICE.
It's limited.
Is it? Tell me in the comments if is that different than ICE?
It won't be speaking to a lot of specifics, but what I can say is that approximately 2:18 this afternoon, Portland police officers responded to the 10,000 block of Southeast Main Street on the report of a shooting. So it came in via a 911 call. Officers confirmed that federal agents have been involved in a shooting. Portland police were not involved in that incident. About 6 minutes later, at 2:24 p.m., officers received information once again through dispatch that a man who had been shot was calling and requesting help in the area of Northeast 146th and East Burnside.
Yeah.
Our officers responded. We found a male and a female with apparent gunshot wounds. Officers applied a tourniquet and summoned emergency medical personnel. The patients were transported to local hospital, and their conditions at this time are unknown. Officers have determined that the 2 people who were injured in the shooting involving the federal agents from the earlier call. PPD officers secured both scenes, and this is a federal investigation. It's being led by the FBI. We have been in touch with them. We are, in regular contact. This is their responsibility, but when we have these type of events happen in the city, Portland Police Bureau does offer a level of assistance. This is not in any way, shape, or form immigration related on our end. We do not know the facts of this case. We are simply providing that traditional investigative support and perimeter support.
So he said it's not immigration on their end, meaning I wonder, is he just trying to say we don't have nothing to do with it? That's the immigration officers, the ones that have something to do with it?
Which is minimal, but I do want to make it clear that we are out there, but we are not involved in immigration. And we at this time do not know if this is an immigration related event. We do not know which federal agencies were involved. As we know, there are many federal agencies serving in the city of Portland right now. So as I said, it's a complex situation with a lot of different information coming out, but Portland Police is on the scene, the detectives, etc. I want to say, that I'm saddened that we are here once again in a difficult, challenging, complex situation, but I'm also incredibly grateful for Portlanders. I'm grateful for the way that we have continued to show up over the past year, and we have certainly been tested, and this is no small circumstance. The uncertainty and the fear and the sadness within our community is real, And as the chief law enforcement of the city of Portland, I recognize that, our members recognize that, and we are doing everything in our power to maintain that level of peace and calm and safety. And I want to thank Portlanders who have continued to show up in this space as well, and hopeful that they will do so over the next couple of days.
Reiterate what he talked about the city standing tall and really standing grateful that every time I do make the call within Portland was witness to a moment of fear, confusion, and heartbreak.
All right, so I guess he's just giving statements, but I'm just trying to figure out what were they doing to get shot, and they have not said yet. Were they running? Were they acting a fool? Like, what were they doing to get shot? We don't know. We don't know yet, but two of them, but it sounds like they're still alive. But two of them got shot, a man and a woman, a man and a woman. She said the guy in the black looked like the actor that used to be with Pam Grier. She said, my daughter turned 21 yesterday, only child. Girl, I know you happy. Anyway, but abusive and neglectful mothers, and I couldn't stand by and do nothing. The twins I've raised from a distance since birth. I'm doing God's work. I didn't want their siblings to go to foster home. Oh, okay. Yeah, so anyway, I guess our states and cities got some issues that, you know, our states and cities got some issues that I'm sure needs to be addressed. Okay, needs to be addressed. Oh, this is a witness from Portland. Oh, let me play this one. He's a witness.
So
This is a witness, honey. You know, the witness will be they'll get on camera, won't they? I wonder, is this a credible witness or was this one that had some headphones on his ears too? I don't know. Let's see, y'all.
We're at Northeast 146 in East Burnside. This is where Portland police officers found the two people who were shot by federal agents. And just to sort of set the scene for you, this is a very residential area. We're surrounded by large apartment complexes. As you can see, there's the police tape there. There's officers walking around. There's more than half a dozen Portland police cruisers. But I want to pan it back over this way. I have a man, his name is Alex. He lives right next to where a lot of this police activity is unfolding. So Alex, talk to us. What have you seen today?
When I was coming back home and I didn't see the actual shooting, but they had the whole street blocked off.
At least he didn't listen, y'all. At least he admitted I didn't see the actual shooting. Did y'all hear that? I didn't see the actual shooting. Can you imagine him saying I saw it and blood was gushing out their mouth? Can you imagine that for a second? Oh, okay.
And just in talking to people, it sounds like somebody was trying to get away from them in their car and was shot. That's the most that I've heard.
Can you describe sort of the tone?
That joker ain't seen nothing. Did you just hear what he said? He said that's the most that I've heard. How is he an eyewitness? How is this joker is a witness? That joker said that's the most that I've heard. People be doing the most, but did y'all catch that? This witness said I didn't see the actual shooting, and then he goes on to explain what happened, and then he turns around and said, well, that's the most that I've heard. Oh my goodness.
Can you describe
Somebody, the people, I didn't see the actual shooting, but they had the whole street blocked off. And just in talking to people, it sounds like somebody was trying to get away from.
Just talking to people. This joker is not a witness. How in the world can this news place, see, that's how you know they'll stick a camera in anybody's face. They don't care who it is. They like, oh, come here, let me talk to me. The joker is not a witness. They need to change the title because he ain't see shit. You hear me?
Somebody was trying to get away from them in their car and was shot. That's the most that I've heard.
Can you describe sort of the tone of this neighborhood?
We're all just working class people. There's a lot of immigrants. I think everyone around here knows that. But they keep to themselves. They don't cause any trouble for me. I live right here. They don't touch my stuff. When I have problems, it's from U.S.
He said they don't touch my stuff. Like that stereotype right there is immigrants, thieves. I mean, the way he's saying it, like they're a bunch of thieves. He's like, they don't touch my stuff. He said, but Americans do. Listen.
It's from U.S. born people.
How does this make you feel watching this unfold right outside your doorstep?
I am beyond angry that that this is happening the day after they killed that woman.
Oh Lord, he about to go get on somebody's panel now. I know a couple of people that let him up on the panel too. You hear me?
I mean, this has gone too far. This is beyond voting. We need to do something. Like, the people need to do something. This is ridiculous.
Have you seen ICE agents come into your neighborhood before?
Not to this complex, but I've been kind of waiting for it, as I had a feeling that they were going to be here at some point. I've seen them on Division, and I've seen them at the MAX stations, but this is the first time they've been on our street.
What would your message be to these federal agents?
Get out of my city. You're not welcome here.
Okay. Thank you, Alex. We're going to keep following this.
Okay, well, that's her witness, y'all. But Alex is not a real witness, but he was the witness in this episode. Okay. So anyway, she said, I agree with you. I used to live in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood, so peaceful. I swear my local news station find the weirdest people to interview, no matter what the topic is. Hey, it ain't just your neighborhood. It seems like the news people always find that one, right? They're going to find that one. They are going to find that one. Hey, Robbie, they're going to find that one. They always find somebody to snatch on camera. ICE will be in Chi-Town before it's over. Lord Jesus. Child, I would hate to see how that works. They might be another city that run them out of there.
53-year-old Linda Brown has not been seen since the weekend.
Tonight, her husband making a public plea for help. Leslie Moreno live at Robert Healy Elementary School in Bridgeport, where Brown teaches. Leslie.
Hey guys, good evening. Yeah, he says the last time he saw her was on Friday night. He says they watched a movie together. She went to bed early, and when he woke up, he says she was already gone.
I don't even believe that right off. You go to bed watching movies together, right? And then you wake up and she gone. Okay. Okay.
The husband's desperate search continues.
I'm broke down. I don't know what to do. I did everything. I'm talking to people. We got people on it. We got people searching for it. I'm out of options. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, but just wait.
Chicago police say 53-year-old Linda Brown was last seen Saturday afternoon in Bronzeville in the 4500 block of MLK Junior Drive. Investigators believe she may be driving a blue Honda Civic and may be in need of medical attention. Her husband says they watched a movie on Friday night. On Saturday, she had an acupuncture appointment but never showed up. Something he says is completely out of character. By Sunday, when calls and messages went unanswered, the family contacted police.
We watched the movie Friday night, and she went to bed before I did. I stayed up a little later. She was in the bed when I went to bed. When I woke up at 8:35, she was gone. Did she take anything? She didn't take anything. She took her purse, credit cards, but I'm thinking she was at acupuncture.
Linda is a longtime spouse.
I don't know, y'all. If y'all spouse was gone, right? And you can't find her. And you know what? I'm not about to judge this man and his emotions and shit and lack of. I'm not even about to, because I know different strokes for different folks. People react a different way. But when he first started talking, he sounded like he was trying to cry. But I ain't see, let's go. Look at his face.
Did everything. I'm talking to people. We got people on it. We did everything. I'm talking.
Search continues.
I'm broke down. I don't know what to do. I did everything. I'm talking to people. We got people on it. We got people searching for it. I'm out of options. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, but just wait.
Chicago.
Friday night. And she went to bed before I did. I stayed up a little later. She was in the bed when I went to bed. When I woke up at 8:35, she was gone. Did she take anything? She didn't take anything. She took her purse, credit cards, but I'm thinking she was at acupuncture.
Linda is.
How does he know she took her credit cards? He said she took her purse and credit cards. How does he know she took credit cards? How does he even know she took her purse? She took her purse and her credit cards. Why would he know that she took her credit cards? Did he go looking for him?
Linda is a longtime special ed teacher at Robert Healy Elementary. Her husband says she has a history of mental illness, but has never gone missing before.
If you watching this, please come home. Your family is missing you. I'm missing you. Your friends are missing you. Linda, we need you. Come home, baby. Seriously. Need you to come home.
What y'all think, y'all? I don't even know much about this story, but what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Linda gone. She said, skip the lie and go straight to jail. Wait a minute. Are y'all pleading him guilty already? He ain't even had no trial. He ain't even been charged with nothing. Y'all talk about skip and go straight to jail. Wait a minute. We can't just throw him away. She talking about skip the lie and go straight to jail. You ain't even gonna wait till he charged? She said, what's the update I heard about his car? Okay, hold on, y'all. Let's go find out the damn update. And they have video footage of her getting out of the car and walking away. They also mentioned she suffers from mental illness. Okay, well, we're going to skip that one because I did see one that said that she was getting out of the car. Hold on one second. I did see one that says that she was getting out of the car. Oh, she's found, y'all. Y'all.
She's a wonderful person.
Oh, no, her car found. My bad. Oh, let me take this case a little bit serious. The car was found, not her. Hold on.
Like I say, outgoing, smart, funny.
For 11 years, Antoine Brown and his wife Linda Brown have been married and were currently living in this Bronzeville townhouse. The last place Antoine says he saw her around midnight Friday night going into Saturday.
She was in the bed when I went upstairs. Everything was fine. Don't know when, she got up.
He says he got up around 8:30 Saturday morning to go boxing. Linda was supposed to go to her acupuncture appointment on the 2200 block of West North Avenue in Wicker Park, but she never showed up.
She has acupuncture every Saturday.
Antoine says that Linda is a special education teacher here at Robert Healy Elementary School in Bridgeport. He says that she was taking a leave of absence for a few months and was set to go back to school this past Monday.
A little bit of mental issues going on, and she took a leave of absence from her job to get help for that.
Chicago police are investigating, and Antoine says her blue Honda Civic was also missing until today.
We found the car. CPD towed it.
He says the car was found undamaged, but would not say where it was located. Chicago police would not confirm any of these details.
I haven't eaten. I'm not really sleeping. So, she needs to come home.
Antoine says they do not track each other's phones, and there are no cameras in the front or back of the townhouse to know when Linda left or what she took with her.
Please, love on your family, because I'm missing mine.
In Bronzeville, Marissa Sulik, CBN.
I don't know, y'all. This sounds a little bit more suspect. Hold on one second, because y'all said they saw her walk away from the car. Hold on, because it says the car was found, but he said love on your family. To me, that sounds like he knows she ain't gonna come back. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to get another video. Give me a second, because I want to see the one that they said. It says family shares new surveillance detail in the disappearance. All right, I want to see the
about 2 hours ago, an hour and a half ago, the brother-in-law texted me that there is surveillance footage of her parking her vehicle, walking out of that vehicle, but he says there's no footage of her walking back to her car. So you're probably wondering, where is this vehicle? Where was this vehicle found? Where is the footage from? What neighborhood? What street? they're not telling us because obviously police are investigating and they don't want people to be in that area as they're, searching and investigating. So that's what we know right now. We did reach out to police.
Girl, I swear, they ain't got. So there's no real video footage of it. I want to see it. Why wouldn't they show where she walked to? If they saw her walking to a vehicle, I'm just wondering why they wouldn't show the video of where she walking to. Was it walking to her own house? Hold on. Now y'all done got me interested in this. Why it gotta be out of Chicago? Damn! Why it gotta be out of Chicago? This like the third or fourth case I done covered in Chicago. What is going on? Let's see what this. No, this is not long enough. So is he a suspect? So Linda Brown then got missing. The husband don't know where she is. She's seen walking to her car. Hold on, y'all. It says after she goes missing, her husband pleads for help. I think I saw that one. So Chicago, so I think that's the only thing they're really saying. They ain't really saying, oh, wait a minute, here you go in another outfit. What he's saying right here?
I'm just shaking, man. I just need my wife home. Seriously, I need my wife home.
Her husband standing with her family tonight, reaching out in hopes that somebody has seen her.
She had a phone, she had a purse, and credit cards, but we don't know where she is.
But how does he know she had all of that? Am I wrong for asking that? How does he know that she had all of that? Did he go looking for it? I mean, maybe I'm reaching. I mean, I'm just in a bit thinking, why is that important for him to say? All right, let's listen to this podcast.
Chicago police are looking for your help tonight to find a missing teacher. She was last seen leaving her house in the city's Bronzeville neighborhood. We spoke with her family today. NBC5's Charlie Wojciechowski is going to join us live now at Healy Elementary School, where she taught, and he has more details on her disappearance. Charlie.
Well, actually, Allison, Linda Brown was set to return to Healy Elementary today after a long medical leave, but that didn't happen. Instead, over the weekend, she went to an appointment, a long-standing appointment. She never got to that appointment, and right now her family is trying to do everything they can just to find her. Linda Brown was last seen here near her home on the 4500 block of South Martin Luther King Drive, January 3rd.
I'm terrified, man. I'm just shaking, man. I just need my wife home, man. Seriously, I need my wife home.
Her husband standing with her family tonight, reaching out in hopes that somebody has seen her.
She had a phone, she had a purse, and credit cards, but we don't know where she is.
Brown was on her way to Wicker Park, where she had a long-standing appointment with an acupuncturist. She never arrived.
It's not like her to just disappear. Like, we don't know. We got family. I got family. That are helping.
You know what? You made a good point. If you lost, they said she went missing 2 days ago, right? If your loved one, your husband, wife, child, sister, brother, if they missing for 2 days, right? Are you gonna be going to every news place doing interviews? Huh? I don't know, y'all.
Look, a lot of support to teachers and everybody else is helping to look for her.
Now they're putting out online alerts like this one, while her school colleagues are helping in the search. Brown, her family says, may be in need of medical help.
She's in constant contact with me. She never leaves Antoine's side without him knowing where she's going. It's just not like her.
Linda Brown was last seen wearing a long, puffy black coat and shiny UGG-style boots. She was driving a 2021 blue Honda Civic with license plate CX57470.
Please approach her. Ask her, do she need help? She has her phone. Her phone is still ringing. So if you do see her, please approach her and call detectives. Call 911, please, if you see her.
So if her phone is still ringing, can't they ping the location? If the phone is still on and still ringing, they should be able to find out where she's at, right?
Now, detectives at Area 1 are handling this missing persons case. As for the school, they will have counselors on hand, both for students and for staff as they go through.
Now, I know what y'all thinking. I know what a lot of y'all is thinking. A lot of y'all is thinking the husband did it, or the husband has something to do with it, or the husband knows more than he's letting be known. And I don't like that. I don't like that. This goes back to how society has conditioned us to just automatically blame men. People in the comment section are saying, oh, but he sounds like he's acting. We don't see any real tears coming out, and he doesn't really sound like he's sad. Everybody grieves differently, okay? And it's not like his wife is no longer with us. We don't know. She's just been missing. Now, if anything, he might do know more information than what he's giving. And that information is he knows the other thing that a lot of people are saying, that she didn't disappear to go get her back blown out. Listen, if her phone is still on, why can't they ping it? Why can't they track her down?
This man basically is saying that she went to go get her some ping, okay? He's basically saying she went to go get her back blown out. So he don't want to leave the husband as a suspect. He want to blame the wife for going with another man.
Using her telecommunication device. She was last seen, we know what car she was driving, and they said she left with a long black, what was it? A long black coat and Uggs? That's spending the night outfit. That's a spending the night attire.
I knew he was gonna say it. I knew he was gonna say that. He said, "Hey, but be honest. A coat with some Uggs. Be honest though, y'all. I know this is a serious topic. The lady is missing. We gonna find her, okay, one way or the other. But when you go outside and you got on some Uggs and a jacket and it's long like a trench coat." He said that's overnight attire. Oh my God. He said it's spending the night outfit. Look, but is he lying on that one? Is he lying, girl?
Outfit. That's a spending the night attire. She probably had a spending the night bag with her. Yeah, she was on her way to an acupuncture appointment. Yeah, it's something getting punctured, all right.
Oh my Lord.
She over there getting acupuncture.
Oh my goodness.
And they say like she had a medical, she was on medical leave for a minute, and so maybe it's a medical situation going on. Hopefully she's alive and she's safe. I don't think he had anything to do with it. And I hope I'm right. I hope she is, just for the sake of her safety. I hope she is just out getting her back blown out.
Oh, Lord. She ain't getting her back blown out for 2 days, right? 2 days. And she said, come on now, Chicago is cold as fuck. Yeah, you're right. A trench coat and some Uggs in Chicago. I don't know. We need to ask Miss Fee. Miss Fee, 3 o'clock in the morning, right? With a trench coat on and a pair of Uggs. Is that normal? Let us know, girl, in the comments. Let us know. Is that normal? A trench coat and some Uggs in Chicago.
For a couple days. And she'll pop back up like old girl did, the one that went missing. After she said she found a baby on the road, on the side of the road. Y'all remember the story I'm talking about? Anyway.
I think he's talking about the one down in Alabama that said she saw a baby and she went and hung out at Red Roof Inn. Y'all remember that story? Come to find out she faked her whole disappearance and almost ended up in jail trying to make her boyfriend jealous. I can't remember her name, Katie or Kayla or somebody.
Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think the husband did it? Do you think she's getting her back blown out? Or do you think something seriously happened to her? You got music, you got a business, you got a product or service.
Okay. Well, anyway, I mean, that was a little funny commentary. We don't know where Miss Linda at, but I'm sure we're gonna find Miss Linda. Either we're gonna find her alive or we're gonna find her, unfortunately gone. She said, yes, he's a whole lunatic. Yeah, she said, the more she may found her a YN with some stamina and love it there. That's why she's been gone for 2 days. Oh my goodness. So y'all think she getting her back blown out? I mean, but the fact that her phone is still on, right? I don't know why they can't find her though. Why he can't look in his phone and do Find My Wife? And they got some type of app, Find My Wife or something like that. So I don't know, y'all. I think that they should be able to find her, especially if the phone on, and look at her credit card activities. Let me tell you something. Yeah, Carly Russell, that was her name, Carly Russell, line stuff. But check this out. If her credit cards is not being used in 2 days, right? If a credit card has not been used in 2 days and they haven't been able to ping her phone, well, I don't know about that, but if because how's her phone still on in 2 days? But if they have not been able to, if she ain't used no credit card in 2 days, something ain't right. She gone. She ain't bought a burger, a fry, or a drink in 2 days. Yeah, no, something ain't right. She gone. She gone. She talking about YNs don't be women done blew her back out and she in love right now. She'll be back. Y'all actually think that she done went to her new man house, but why can't they ping her phone? The husband is a Carly Russell lie. Boy, tell them folks where your wife at. Girl. So y'all think the wife is gone. I don't know, y'all. You know what? You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to go over to TikTok because TikTok, TikTok is definitely about to drag this man. What's the lady name? I think Linda Brown. Well, it's a Chicago missing teacher. Hold on, Chicago. Why everything is happening in Chicago? Chicago missing teacher. Child, they're going to have a whole conspiracy theory over here. This is what TikTok does. Let's see what he say.
I'm just shaking, man. I just need my wife home, man. Seriously. I need my wife home. Her husband standing with her family tonight, reaching out in hopes that somebody has seen her.
Is the shaking in the room with us? Did y'all see the shaking? I said this man did it, but he said his wife was missing on the way to an acupuncture appointment. Now he said they had a quiet night together at home, watching a movie before she went to bed early. And she went to bed early. He woke up at 8:45 a.m. and she was gone. Yeah, remember that. He woke up, she was gone. He didn't see her leave.
She had a phone, she had a purse, and credit cards. But we don't know where she is.
Brown was on her way to Wicker Park, where she had a long-standing appointment with an acupuncturist. She never arrived. Linda Brown was last seen wearing a long, puffy black coat and shiny UGG-style boots.
Now, I'm not a detective.
Now, wait a minute. How did he know she had on UGG boots and a trench coat? I be goddamn. If at 3:40 something in the morning, right, and she left, and he didn't know she left, and he just woke up at 8:45 and noticed that she was missing, how the hell does he know that she had on a trench coat and some UGG boots? How? And it said last seen wearing a trench coat and UGG boots. Y'all, did y'all get that? She said, I just asked that question. Oh, well, Sassy D, I didn't know you asked the question. How the hell did he tell them that she had on UGG boots and a trench coat? Oh my God. That dude did it, y'all. That dude done did it. That joker said it at 3 something in the morning. Wait a minute, how did they know she left at 3? Hold on, something ain't right. Hold on.
But how we know what she was wearing? He woke up at 8:45 and she was gone. How we know what she was wearing? How we know what she had with her? Yeah, I'm not saying that this man did it. I'm not saying.
Well, hold on. Unless they got a Ring camera.
And breaking here locally.
Unless they have a Ring camera and he looked at his Ring camera footage and saw, did they have a camera? Okay, so maybe that might be the case. Maybe they got a camera. Maybe, I don't know. Hold on.
I'm just shaking, man. I just need my wife home. Seriously. I need my wife home.
Her husband standing with her family tonight, reaching out in hopes that somebody has seen her.
Is the shaking in the room with us? Did y'all see the shaking? I said that this man did it, but he said that his wife was missing on the way to an acupuncture appointment. Now he said they had a quiet night together at home watching a movie before she went.
Wait a minute. Hold on. She was on her way to an acupuncture appointment and never made it at 3 in the morning. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. So did she leave at 3 in the morning or did she go to an acupuncture appointment the next day? What? Hold on. I'm done. And she said she's not dead. Where's she at then, Benita? Where's she at then? Did they find it? Boy, what in the world is going on?
Went to bed early, and she went to bed early. He woke up at 8:45 a.m. and she was gone. Yeah, remember that? He woke up, she was gone. He didn't see her leave.
She had her phone, she had her purse, and credit cards. But we don't know where she is.
Brown was on her way to Wicker Park, where she had a long-standing appointment with an acupuncturist. She never arrived. Linda Brown was last seen wearing a long, puffy black coat and shiny Ugg-style boots.
Now, I'm not a detective, but how do we know what she was wearing? If he woke up at 8:45 and she was gone, how do we know what she was wearing? How do we know what she had with her? Yeah, I'm not saying that this man did it. I'm not saying it. But, and again, if she has her phone with her, and he said that the phone is still ringing, can they just ping the phone and see what she is?
My.
Get a general vicinity of where the phone is ringing at and whatnot, you know what I mean? And he was the last person to see her. And unless she went to bed with her shiny Ugg-style boots on. I remember a guy a long time ago that was pleading for help finding his missing wife, and he had never known where she is, right? Just can't think of that guy's name. Anyways, y'all, stay safe out there.
Listen, baby, hey, we all need to be detectives. You hear me? We all need to be. You know what? Social media is doing the damn cops' job. Okay, we need some of the cops' money. Social media is putting in the work. Cause baby, we can crack a case. It ain't no way that he done told them the last thing she was wearing was Ugg boots and a trench coat. I'm done. And said she got a credit card, she got a phone, she got a purse. I mean, dude, does she have a keys? And then he threw in there, oh, she got medical issues too. Then he said, Linda, come home, Linda. I need you. I miss you, Linda. Come home, girl. Come home, Linda. We need you. Listen, something ain't right. Something ain't right, y'all. Something just ain't right. It's just not right. It's just ain't right. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but I feel a little something just ain't right with this story, y'all. He said the last time he said, and how you gonna say he the last one to see her? How do you know that? He's saying the last one to see her like he knows she ain't here. Something ain't right, y'all. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. She said, Linda said, get somebody else to do it. I don't know, y'all. She said he must sleeping mighty hard to hear your wife leave at 3:45 in the morning. I mean, that's possible though. She said, laughed my ass off. I forgot about the song. Something just ain't right. Something ain't right, y'all. She said, for real though, they probably take shoes off at the door and hang coats up, and that's what he noticed missing. Kim, I don't know, Kim. I hear you, but that just don't sound convincing. What about the Ugg boots? How he know she got on the Ugg boots? She said Linda bipolar and spaz, so he beat her to death. I don't know about that, but she said, I'm not laughing at Linda's disappearance, but child. Hey, something ain't right. Let's listen to what this TikToker had to say. Hold on, y'all.
Damn, I gotta eat crow. Maybe the husband didn't do it. They got her 4K walking over the bridge. Yo, I'm sorry, man. No, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. But they say she had a history of mental illness, but they never ran away before. So what would cause her to do this? What would cause her to do this? And why was he acting so suspicious? I don't know, but I do have to say my bad, brother. My bad.
Wait a minute, did they find
in the
her?
milk. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I don't know.
Hold on, did they find her?
He was acting mad crazy. But anyway, I really do hope they find her because it's just like
They haven't found her.
damn, every day we get a new update, which we should because she is missing, but it's just something new. I just hope they find her. Where was this surveillance?
Wait a minute, hold on.
I have more questions now. Why would she do that?
They got a real surveillance of her walking? Hold on. Where is surveillance at? Hold on. Let me look at the real news. TikTok be tripping. I want to see if they got surveillance of her walking. Hold on. Let's look at the real news, y'all. Chicago. Now you got me interested. Chicago missing teacher video. Oh, they do have video of her walking, but they're not showing it. It says, missing CPS teacher seen on video leaving and not returning. Oh, that's how they know what she got on. Wait a minute. Seen leaving and not returning. But seen leaving where? Hold on. Oh, it says leaving her car. Oh, it's seen leaving her car. It says the family members told CBS News Chicago that police said they've obtained video of Brown arriving at the 35th and Lake Park in her car, getting out, walking over the pedestrian bridge to the lakefront and not coming back. She walked over a bridge? Well, have they checked the water? Wait a minute. So he didn't do it. Wait a minute. And then she didn't come back? That's what she said. Why they can't crack this case? It says the police said they saw her car. They saw her leaving her car. Hold on. Walking over the pedestrian bridge to the lakefront and not coming back. She in the damn water. What's the lakefront? Do they? Why? What are divers? She's in the lake. Don't sit here and say you seen somebody walk over a bridge and they didn't come back. She said, Google the bridge. Let me Google the damn bridge. She in the damn water. Hold on, y'all. Let's look at the bridge. Let's look at the damn bridge. How is she not in? If she walked over it and didn't come back, that's where she at. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Well, I don't know which one it is, but this is what it came up. Hold on. Let me see. How is she not in the water? She was last seen at the 4500 Martin Luther King. Okay, the family members told the family member. Oh, the family member. Hold on. The family member told CBS that the police said they've obtained video footage arriving at 35th and Lake Park. Hold on. Getting out of the car. Let's pull it up on Google Earth. Let's go. Let's find out where Miss Linda at. Let's find out, baby. Okay. Let's go to the Lake Bridge. Now, I don't see no damn bridge, but then I don't know. Hold on. Let's go back out again. Oh, I got the wrong thing in there. Hold on. Is this the bridge? Hold on. Let me see. Lake Park and 35th. Let me look at it again. Hold on. It says 35th and Lake Park in her car, walking over the pedestrian bridge. I don't see no damn pedestrian bridge around here. Oh, is this it? Is this the damn bridge, y'all? Hold on, y'all. Is this the bridge she walked over? I can't even get over there. And she ain't come back? Oh, she gone. She jumped. Or somebody pushed her. Hold on. It says, and that ain't it, y'all. 35th and Lake Park. 35th and Lake Park. That's South Lake Park. But 35th and Lake Park. That's 35th. So over this bridge, the pedestrian bridge. And she never came back. This big ass bridge right here. She's gone. Like, she said the bridge goes over Lake Shore Drive. Let's put in Lake Shore Drive then. I wonder, can we do that? Lake Shore Drive. Lake Shore Drive. Oh, I need to put bridge over Lake Shore Drive though. Can I put that bridge? All right, hold on. Is it this bridge? Where's the Lake Shore Drive bridge? I don't see no Lake Shore Drive bridge. Oh shit, let me take bridge out of there. Let's take bridge out. Do y'all see a bridge around this mother sucker? I think it was right where we were, y'all. I think it was right where we were. Let's go back to where we were. I think it was the 35th one. I think it was this. 35th and Lake Park. 35th and Lake Park. That's what I think is at. East 35th and South Lake Park. I think that's the damn bridge. Is this the damn bridge? No, this is just a road. Yeah, it's that damn bridge right there. This is the bridge. So she went over this damn bridge right here. Who is gonna take me over the bridge? Oh shit. Oh, let's go over the damn bridge then. This is the bridge. She in the water. If she ain't come back, what'd you go over the bridge for? Y'all, that's the bridge. She went over that bridge right there. Yep, that's the bridge. She said the bridge is over Lakeshore Drive, not the water. Oh, it's not in the water? Oh, you said it's over a street. Okay, she said Chicago looked beautiful from the pictures you pull up. The way the news talk about Chicago, I thought it was like a war zone. No, Chicago is definitely not a war zone. Probably some of the neighborhoods. She said, April, have they been looking in the water? Well, she said it doesn't cross a body of water. This doesn't go over a body of water. It goes over a road. Okay. So then, I don't know where the hell she at then. I don't know where she at. I have no idea where she at. And the police don't either. Oh, this the bridge. Oh, I see what you said. It go over a road. So she walked over this motherfucker. Let me see. Where's she at? I mean, we can still find her though. If she went on this bridge, is this the bridge? Yep. South Lake Park Avenue and 35th. So she went over this mother sucker right here, y'all. This the bridge. Okay. Why would she even walk over this damn bridge at 3 o'clock in the morning? Ain't no way. She said she sounded like she left him. But who you leave them for? Walking over this bridge though. Is this the bridge, Miss Fee? I think we done found the damn bridge, y'all. We done found the damn bridge. She said if she went on that bridge, there is a camera, most definitely. Well, I'm saying, let me see who live over here. She said, I have walked over that bridge downtown. You have, and went where, girl? Shit, that's the water. She walked to the water. She didn't walk to the water. Look, that's a lot of damn walking, though. How many miles is this? Let's go from the the start of this bridge, right? The start. Wait a minute, add my first point. Okay. I added my first point. Now, let's go all the way to the water. Oh, Lord. Let's back up a little bit. Let's go to the water. Take me to the water. Okay, let's go all the way out to the water. Oh, but I need to keep it straight on the bridge, dog. Let's go to the water, but let me go straight down the bridge. How do I undo this thing? Hold on. All right, let's try it again. Let's do the measurements from the start of the bridge all the way to the water. All right. Now, let's zoom back in. Oh, shit, I ain't mean to do that. How the hell did I just do what I just did? Y'all, I done got lost. Hold on. I done found the bridge and hold on. I done lost the bridge just that damn fast, y'all. Girl, I can't even tell you where the bridge at anymore. Let me go back. I done lost the damn bridge, y'all. How do I get back to the bridge? Oh, hold on. Let's go to the bridge, child. Okay, we was on the bridge. Okay, so right here. All right, let's try it again. Let's go from the start of the bridge. We're going to go over the bridge, go over the bridge, go over the bridge, go over the bridge. Oh, we still got to go some more. Hold on. No, I ain't done yet because let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, that's the water. Okay, let's go to the start of the bridge. The start of the bridge, that's the point, and we're going to go all the way to the water. That's 400. That's 430. That's 455.75. Let's just see how many miles it is. Shit. Oh, it's only 0.28 miles. So that's not even half a mile. It's a little over a quarter of a mile. That's it? Ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way that's a quarter of a mile. Is it that short, Miss Fee? This is only a quarter of a mile? Let's do that shit again. Start point of the bridge right here. And we taking her all over the bridge and we going through the woods. We going here. We going down. Let's just go straight out to the damn water. Oh, let me do it again. God dang it, girl. Let's just go to the water. Boom, right here to the water. Yeah, it's a little over a quarter mile. It does seem longer, don't it? She said she can walk that in 20 minutes. Well, hell, she walked it. She walked it, y'all. I mean, if this is the bridge, and it appears to be, that's Lakeshore Drive right there. So this is the bridge. And we didn't track her all the way out here. Well, we ain't track her, but this, oh, Lord. This big body of water, it's 0.29. She said, everybody grab your backpacks. We are traveling with more. Listen, I done took y'all to the bridge already now, y'all. I took y'all to the bridge. I mean, took you to the bridge, from the bridge to the, I took y'all from the bridge to, from the bridge to the water. If she parked somewhere over here and went from this bridge to the water, That is that's a little over a quarter of a mile. That's not that far, y'all. You can walk a quarter of a mile. She said it seems longer. Yeah, I know. It does seem longer, but it's not. So she didn't jump off the bridge, but she might be in this water, y'all. She might, and that's a sad thing if she is. But she very much may be in this damn water right here, unfortunately. Because if she crossed that damn bridge at 3:45, it ain't no telling where she at. It's just no telling. It's no telling what she was thinking. And we up here saying that, let's zoom in right here. Ain't nobody house over there. How can you see it this time of the day? You didn't pass all through this path. She didn't came around here. This had to be planned. How'd she know how to get there? She didn't came all the way out here. And then she didn't came to the damn water. How in the world would you know how to do this, though? At 3 in the morning. I don't know, y'all. At 3 in the morning, are y'all getting on this bridge? I ain't getting on this bridge. But it's at the park, though. This don't look like no park. That doesn't look like a park. They said she obtained video arriving at the 35th and Lake Park in her car, getting out and walking over the pedestrian bridge. So she got out at a park somewhere. Where is the park? I don't see no park. But this is the bridge that's over the Lakeshore Drive. This is the bridge. So this is the only way you can get on it too. This is the only entrance to the bridge. Unless she couldn't have started that way. She couldn't have started this way because is this the park? Hold on. No. Anyway. They need to go and look somewhere out here. If she said her sister made a post and told her, don't be embarrassed to come home. What? That's what her sister said? Damn. But why would her sister say something like that? That's weird. Who's she meeting? Anyway, she bold because ain't no way I'm walking out there at no time in the morning. That's a gathering space. Is this a park? Is this a road? Oh, this is a road. So this is a road. So this is a road. So could she have parked over here? And then, but no, she wouldn't have walked all the way over here because he said they saw her walking toward the bridge. Anyway, I don't know where she at, y'all, but she's somewhere. Hopefully she's safe. Hopefully she's safe. Hopefully she'll come home. But this is Chicago, y'all. Chicago, a pretty big city. Anyway, it says the police know what's up. That phone is key. Yeah. And they ain't talking about they doing investigation. When they say that and they doing investigation, that must mean that she ain't still alive. But I don't think that they could can hold that to the public. I think they would have to tell the public. If she's suffering with some type of mental illness, she walked that bridge. My granny was suffering with mental illness. She was missing from our eyesight. but was at the bank with the knife demanding her money. I'm not laughing at your I'm not laughing at your grandmother, but did they give it to her though? Did they give her the money? I think she met up with her boo thing. She said the police know what's up. Y'all still think she met up with some guy? Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. She said that's the street name. She said Lake Park is the street name, Amor. Oh, Lake Park is the street name? Oh, Lake Park is the street name. Okay, I got it. I understand what you're saying. Lake Park is the street name. Yeah, we saw it out here, didn't we? Let me see if I can get back out there. Yeah, I think Lake Park was the street name. I think I saw it down here somewhere. Lake Park was the street name. Yeah. So it's not a park. Lake Park was the street name. Okay. All right. So anyway, we don't know where she at. Her sister said, don't be embarrassed to come home. I don't know what that means. That could mean a whole lot. Don't be embarrassed to come home. Sister know what's going on. But I believe she probably then went walking, y'all. She didn't went walking somewhere. So hopefully she's still alive. If she's suffering with some type of mental illness, I just read it already. My sister went missing in Chicago. She was found in the lake. So sad. When you're missing for a long period of time, is not good. The first 24 hours is very important when missing. I'm so sorry to hear that, Barbara. So sorry to hear that. Would you like to share with us, how did she get in the lake? She said, I think she met up with her boo thing already. She said, does Chicago have casinos? She said, yes, we have casinos. Oh, okay. What you trying to say? She went to the casino this late? Well, anyway, it's a little over a quarter mile. But a little over a quarter mile to get from the bridge to here. Yeah, so sorry to hear about your sister, Barbara. Damn, what is this lake? God dang, it's a lake? What is this? That's a big body of water. Child, I would not want to be in that water at all doing nothing. You hear me? Ain't no way. Dang. What is this? Great Lakes? I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't want to be in there. Dang. She said that's Lake Michigan. Is it? Well, I wouldn't want to be in there. I wouldn't even want to live this close to the water. Jay told me one time he want to live close to the water. Why did Jay say that, y'all? I don't want to live this close to no dang on water. Can you imagine that? Y'all can have that. I don't want to live that close to no water. I don't want to live that close to the water. Yeah, Lake Park. That's the name of the Lake Park is the name of the street. So anyway. But at least we found the bridge. She said that's Lake Michigan. Oh, okay, Lake Michigan. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, y'all, we don't know where she at. Hopefully they find her somewhere. But when you look at it like this, it actually looks smaller. When you do it like that, the bridge does look smaller. But I don't even know why she would be. What did it say? It said, it said that she got out. It says that they said that they obtained video of her arriving at 35th and Lake Park in her car, getting out, walking over the pedestrian bridge to the lakefront. Oh, to the lakefront and not coming back. Boom. We just solved it. It said right here, getting out of her car, walking over the pedestrian bridge to the lakefront. She walked to the lakefront, you guys. It actually says they saw her walk to the lakefront. She walked to the lakefront, you guys. That's what it said. She walked over to the lakefront. That's it. She's in the lake. That's a horrible thing. That's an and oh my God, y'all. It says right here that video footage. It saw her arrive at 35th and Lake Park in her car, getting out, walking over the pedestrian bridge to the lakefront and not coming back. She's in the water. Damn, Linda Brown, we didn't blame your husband and everything. We didn't blame you. Some people didn't blame you for getting your back knocked out or whatever. But how is her phone still on? Can her phone still be on in the lake? She said, wouldn't they be searching the lake? I would think so, Petty Ready. Why aren't they searching the lake? It says she walked over to the lakefront. It didn't, and it said did not come back. If she walked over to the lakefront and didn't come back. She said, when did this happen? It happened 2 days ago. Damn. She was a special ed teacher too. She said that makes no sense. It don't make any sense. She said, I know someone's mother who drove herself and 2 children into the lake. Damn. She said, I thought he snapped. Listen, I think a lot of people was blaming him, but you know, I mean, I don't think you can no more because, and then he said, she was in the bed when I went upstairs. Everything was fine. I don't know when she got up. He said he woke up around 8:30 and the next day and Brown was already gone. He said she was meant to go to an acupuncture appointment in Wicker Park that morning, but she never showed up. She has acupuncture every Sunday and she don't miss it unless it's something important and she has to cancel. He also said she recently taken a leave because of some mental issues. And then it says Wednesday, which was yesterday, Antoine said Chicago police found the blue Honda she has been driving when she vanished undamaged. So they found the car undamaged. CBS News Chicago reached out to CPD, who would not confirm any information. Brown is described as 5'7" tall, 130, with brown eyes and hair. A fair complexion. Police said that she may be in need of medical attention. Anyone informed, but this as of today, so why would, oh well, because they're not considered her deceased yet, but it says anyone with information on her whereabouts is asked to contact. So they're not considering her deceased right now, but if she walked to the lakefront, I guess they're just being cautious. They're just being cautious. So they're gonna have to go in that lake and find out if they find her body. She said, sorry, bro, but the spouse is the first suspect. My bad if it's not you. Right. Hey, he didn't hear us over here. I'm sure he ain't gonna hear us unless somebody go do a campaign and be like, I'm trying to help that family. Let's drag somebody so we can help that family, girl. Fuck out here. They have suck holes in the lake. Oh my goodness. So anyway, but Ugg boots and a trench coat. She probably felt shame, especially the fact that she had to take a leave of absence. Oh man. Damn. Anyway, I'm about to hop off here, y'all. You know, prayers going up for Linda Brown. Hope she's found. But the fact that they said that they have not seen her come back from across the lake, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. So they're probably gonna go in the lake and find her body. But Lord, rest her soul. Rest her soul. She said, sorry, bro, but the spouse, oh, I read that. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. That's right. Thank you, Kim. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. But I'm about to get off and, yeah, call it an evening. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I love you, good people. Appreciate you. Thank you, Glenn. She said it's working. It's working. Thank you, Barbara. Wind down. Oh, I think you sent me a video. Hold on, let me see the video. She said, please check your inbox. Let me check. She said, you're becoming a pro at this Google map. Listen, I was all over Chicago, wasn't I? I was all over Chicago, wasn't I? Hold on, let me check. You told me to check my inbox for something. Let me check. Let me check my inbox. I don't see one from you. You sent me something? Who said check your inbox? I don't see anything in my inbox. I got a voice note, but it's from somebody I've never seen, and I'm scared to open it. They probably cussing me out. Y'all want to hear it? Y'all want to hear the voice note? It's probably somebody been cussing me out. They've been in my inbox cussing me out all day, baby. Talking about, now do you want to change your mind? No. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, okay, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I think you sent me, this. What'd you send me? Oh, this. Hold on, let me see what you sent me. Oh, you sent me the video of the ISIS thing. All right, well, let's listen to it right quick.
Or whatever. For some of the photos, I want to show you something. We can go frame by frame on this one.
Keep an eye on this guy, the cold-blooded murderer, who's no doubt going to claim that he was afraid that his life was in danger or whatever. For someone who's going to no doubt claim that, he sure doesn't seem to be in any hurry to move out of the way. See, here you can see that instead of moving out of the way, he actually decides to draw his weapon and actually plant himself more firmly. In fact, he's leaning over the hood of the car right now on purpose. If you go frame by frame, you can see his feet are actually beside the vehicle at this point. And there is the first time he pulls the trigger, when again, both of his feet show that he has fully cleared the front of that vehicle. And then the next two shots happen here and then here. Both of which, where he's very clearly having to aim through the driver's side window and actually appears to be running after the vehicle to catch up to it. This, by the way, after very clearly signaling to the ICE officers to pass by her on that street, which she was very clearly not blocking nor obstructing, because moments earlier when she first started to pull out, another vehicle started pulling out similarly and crossed in front of her. So she was telling the next one to go on ahead, not posing a threat, not obstructing nor impeding anything. Would you look at that? I want to show you something. We can go frame by frame on this one. Keep an eye on this guy. Even the photos of the bullet hole in the windshield present a problem for ICE's version of events. There are two glaring issues with this. Number one, and most obviously, there is only one bullet hole in that windshield, which corroborates the version of events I laid out in my previous video where I went frame by frame, where at least two of the shots were fired from the side through the open driver's side window, obviously negating any claims of self-defense for those two shots, since he could not claim to have believed he was in any danger once he was to the side of the car. Number two, look at the position of the bullet hole in the windshield. Now, I'm not someone who likes to act like you can get all possible relevant information from a photo or two, but there is some basic ballistics information we can glean from this. The earliest witness reports stated that Renee Nicole Good was shot, quote, in the face. Now, I don't believe that this has publicly been confirmed by any sort of medical examiner. However, based on the footage of the incident and the blood on the airbags, it doesn't seem too far-fetched. The single bullet hole in the windshield is pretty notably down in the corner on the driver's side of the windshield. So if that first bullet actually hit her, especially anywhere in the face or neck region, it would have actually had to have come in at quite an angle. Specifically, it would have had to have been angled pretty acutely from the side and below. Starting to see the issue here. The operative and most important piece here being from the side. Is it possible that that first bullet came more straight on and he was more in front of the vehicle? Sure. But that would mean that that was probably not the bullet that killed her. That would mean that instead she would have been killed by one of the shots fired from the side of the vehicle through the open driver's seat window, which again, you're starting to see the issue here. Best case scenario for that ICE officer, it was that first shot that actually struck and killed her. But if in fact it was that first shot, that would actually prove that he was pretty far off to the side by the time he pulled the trigger. I'm excited to see what the forensics show. Are you? Rest in peace, Renee Nicole Good. Even the photos of the bullet.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, the whole thing is disturbing, but she has some valid points, especially on that first video that she did. She definitely has some valid points, you know? He was kind of leaning over the car. So, I don't know, y'all. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy work. Crazy work. I'm sure they're going to do an investigation and clear him of all charges. Watch. That's what they're going to do. Thank you to Real MF. I'm about to get off. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good evening. Enjoy yourselves. And y'all stay out the hood, baby. Stay out the hood. Love y'all. Have a good night. Bye.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Jay! She kept talking about that family.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. 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 That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family. These motherfuckers got me want to bless them.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names. Talking about it, talking about it, talking about it. That family. That family. That family.
Jay!
That family.
That family.
Talking about it, talking about it, talking about it. Dollar. Talking about it, talking about it, talking about it.
Child, we finna talk about this with a moral.